Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and my fellow debaters. My name is Humairo, and today I stand here as the first speaker of the government team. We strongly support the motion that the Indonesian government has to ban giving homework to students of elementary and secondary levels. Homework is usually given to have students learn. However, we believe that in reality, homework often creates more problems than benefits. My team has three main arguments. First, homework causes stress and pressure. Students already spend many hours at schools every day. They attend classes, complete classwork, and prepare for tests. After spending almost the whole day studying, they should have time to rest. Instead, many students go home and continue studying through homework. Some even stay up late to finish assignments. This can make students feel tired, stressed, and less motivated to learn. Education should have students grow, not to make them feel overwhelmed. Second, students need time for family and personal activities. School is important, but students also need a balanced life. After school, they should have opportunities to spend time with their family, play sports, develop hobbies, or just simply to relax. These activities are also part of learning. Through sports, students can learn teamwork. Through hobbies, they develop creativity. Through family interaction, they learn values and communication skills. If students are constantly busy with homework, they lose many of these valuable experiences. Our third argument is learning should take place at school. Schools are designed for learning. Teachers are there to explain lessons and help students understand difficult topics. At home, not every student has the same support. Some students have parents who can help them, while others do not. Some have a quiet place to study, while others have many distractions at their home. So, because of these differences, homework can create inequality among students. For these reasons, we believe that schools should focus on effective learning during school hours rather than assigning additional work at home. So, in conclusion, homework causes stress and reduces students' personal time and creates unfair learning conditions. Therefore, for the well-being and development of Indonesian students, we firmly support the motion that the Indonesian government should ban homework for elementary and secondary school students. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable the educators, honorable the professionals team, and also my dear audience. My name is Safitri as the first speaker, and we are proud to stand on the opposition side. And also, we are strongly opposed this motion that the Indonesian government should ban to giving homework to students in elementary and secondary levels. But before presenting our arguments, I would like to respond to the points that raised by the provisions team. Okay, first, the provisions team claims that homework will cause stress and mental pressure. I can see your point, but I believe that the provisions team only see on the negative side while ignoring the benefits. Because homework will help students to strengthen their understanding, improve their skills, and also prepare for their future lesson. And also, a small amount of well-designed homework will not create stress, but instead, it will help students to more confident because they have more time to practice what they have learned at school. So, instead of banning this homework completely, schools have to improve the quality and also amount of homework they design. The second argument from the provisions team argues that students need more time with their family and personal activities. Well, I understand, but my opinion that homework just takes a small portion of the student's day. They can still enjoy their personal development or their personal activities, their hobbies, or their family time while still completing their assignment. Third, the provisions team says that the lesson must be completed at school. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but here's my reply. Unfortunately, this is unrealistic because classroom time is really limited. And students need to review the lessons and also practice more about what they have learned at school. And with homework, that will provide them and also give them opportunities to learn and review the lesson after school. Now, let me explain about our arguments. My first argument is that homework will help students to review the lesson what they learned at school. Students learn many things during class, but again, they have limited time at school. So with homework, that will give them a chance to review the lesson and practice more about the important skills after schools. Like, for example, when students learn about English vocabulary, they need time to practice about how to use the vocabulary. So, for that examples, it shows that homework will help students to retain information and also improve their understanding. Second, our argument is that homework will help students to develop their responsibility and self-discipline. Students need to learn how to manage their time and also how to completing their assignments and meeting the deadlines. And these are important skills are not developed instantly. Like, for example, students who participate in sport, organization, and academic activity, they have to learn about how to manage their responsibilities. And with homework, these skills will learn by students. But otherwise, without homework, students may become less prepared and cannot handle responsibilities in the future. My third argument is that homework will encourage parental involvement in education. Homework also will allow parents to understand what their children are learning in schools and also give them opportunities to support their learning process. For instance, parents will help students to review the vocabulary, practice the reading, or discuss about the project. So this kind of involvement will help students to improve their confidence, enhance their motivations, and finally can get their academic success. Ladies and gentlemen, as I explained before, homework strengthens learning, develop responsibility, and also parental involvement. So instead of banning this homework completely, schools and teachers should to improve its quantity and quality. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable judges, respect to the opposition teams, and dear audience. I'm Tiwi Septiani, the second speaker from the government side. Today, I will support the arguments from my first speaker and respond to the points made by the opposition teams. First,
the opposition says that homework helps students understand the lesson better. I see your opinion, but we don't agree. The opposition believes that giving more homework means students still learn more, but that's not always true, everyone. Students already spend around 6 to 8 hours every day at school to learning from their teachers. If they still need a lot of homework to understand the lesson, then maybe the problem is not about the lack of homework, but the way the lesson is taught. Also, many students only do homework because they are afraid of getting punished or want good grades. Some even copy answers from their friends or from the internet without really understand and learning anything. So, homework doesn't always help students understand about the material. Second, the opposition says that homework teaches responsibility and discipline. Again, we disagree with this opinion. Students can learn responsibility in many other ways, such as through group projects, presentations, leadership activities, extracurricular, and class assignment. Homework is not the only way to build discipline. In fact, too much homework can do the opposite. Students become tired, become stressed, and lose their motivation to study. Third, the opposition says that homework helps parents get involved in their children's education. However, this is not true for every family. Not all parents have enough time or the knowledge to help their children with homework. Many parents work all day, and some may not understand the subject or the material their children are learning. Because of this, homework can create unfair situation because students who get help at home have an advantage while others are left behind. Now, let me remind everyone of our team's arguments. Our first speaker explained that homework causes stress. Students already have many responsibilities such as studying for exams, joining extracurricular activities, and dealing with pressure from schools. Giving homework every day only adds more stress for the students. Second, students need time to spend with their families and develop themselves. They should have time to enjoy their hobbies, make friends, to relax, and build important life skills. Homework often takes away that valuable time. Third is learning should mostly happen at school. Schools already have teachers, classroom, and anything students need to learn. After school, students deserve time to rest and enjoy their personal lives. So, the opposition hasn't shown that homework is really necessary. On the other hand, our team has clearly explained how homework can harm students' mental health, personal development, and overall well-being. For all these reasons, we strongly believe that the Indonesian government should ban homework for elementary
and secondary school students. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable adjudicator, respected opponent, and my dear audience. My name is Tazkiyah Ramadhani Jayan Putri, and I am the second speaker from the opposite side. And today, I will respond to the argument presented by the government team and explain why the banning homework is not the right solution for the Indonesian student. First, let us look at the government's claim that homework does not improve learning because students already spend 6 to 8 hours at schools. I see your point, but I disagree. The government assumes that learning in the classroom is enough for every student. However, students learn at a different speed and have different abilities. Some students understand a material quickly, while the other need more practice to fully understand it. There are many examples for this. For instance, mathematics requires regular practice, and for example, the student cannot become confident in solving questions after doing only a few questions in class. Homework gives students extra opportunities to practice what they have learned in class. And there are similar class cases, such as learning English vocabulary. Students may learn new words in school, but without reviewing it and practice them later, they may forget them quickly. And also, the government also argues that students often copy homework from friends or from the internet. However, this doesn't mean that homework is ineffective. It simply means that homework should be designed more careful and checked properly by the teachers. So, in this sample, we can clearly see the effect of homework. It significantly helps students understand the lesson better and remember them for a longer time. And second, the government argues that responsibility and self-discipline can be developed through extracurricular activities and presentation and also group project. Yes, I understand, but my opinion is that homework has a special role in developing these skills. Unlike classroom activities, homework requires students to manage their own time and complete tasks without direct supervision by their teacher. And in fact, you can find many examples of this in real life. Just think of the student who joins sport, student organization, and academic activities. Homework teaches them how to organize their schedule, meet deadlines, and balance their responsibility. And also, the government claims that homework makes students exhausted and feel frustrated. However, we must remember that this debate is about banning all homework, not reducing excessive homework. There is a significant difference between reasonable homework and the excessive homework. For example, a short reading task, a simple writing exercise, or a few mathematical questions does not automatically create stress. In fact, these activities often strengthen learning and build good student habits. Therefore, the problem is not homework itself. The problem is poorly designed or excessive homework. And third, let us examine the government's view about the parental involvement. The government argued that all parents have enough time or educational background to help the children. We can can't see what you are saying, but here is my reply. Parent involvement does not always mean teaching difficult subject or answer homework question. There are many examples. For instance, parents can ask about their children's school activities, encourage them to complete assignment, or provide a quiet place to study. And also, maybe they can simply show interest in their learning. These simple actions do not require advanced educational knowledge, but they can significantly improve students' motivation and confidence. The government also suggests that homework creates inequality. However, many homework completely will not solve the social inequality. Educational inequality is like much bigger issue that requires better support and resources, not the removal of homework. And now let us return to the argument presented by my team and strengthen it. My partners explained that homework helps students strengthen their understanding to practice and review. The government has not successfully proved that practice is unnecessary. In fact, practice remains that one of the most effective ways to learn. Second, my partner demonstrated that the homework helps students develop responsibility and independence. These skills are particularly important because students will need them through their education and future career. Furthermore, our team showed that homework encourages communication between parents, teacher, and student. This connection helps them create a better learning environment and support student development. So, as you have seen in my arguments, homework provides educational benefits that go beyond academic achievement. It helps students improve their understanding, develop responsibility, and receive support from their parents. And many homework completely would remove these important benefits while failing to address the real problem. And for the last, let me summarize our position in this debate. First, homework significantly improves learning through additional practice and revision. Second, homework develops self-discipline, responsibility, and time management skills. And the third one is homework encourages parents involved and support in education. So, the government has focused on the problem caused by the excessive homework, but they have failed to prove that all homework is harmful. Their solution is simply too extreme. So, instead of banning homework, schools should improve their quality of homework and make sure it is meaningful and manageable for students. From all these reasons, we firmly believe that Indonesian government should not ban homework for elementary and secondary school students. For this reason, we proudly stand on the opposition side, which we believe that homework should not be banned in elementary and secondary level. Thank you.
That's all from us. My name is Humairo.
My name is Tiwi Septiani.
My name is Zahara Safitri.
And my name is